Hey Gemini, welcome to your weekly reading. We are going to jump right in and see what's going on with you guys. I hope you're doing well. Let's see, what do we have for Gemini this week? This is for the week of August 9th through the 15th. I'm going to lay all your cards out first and then we'll start to clarify. So Gemini, for your general situation this week, you have the King of Cups. In the recent past, the Four of Cups. In the current situation, the Queen of Swords. In the immediate future, you have the King of Pentacles. For the person in your energy, you have the Seven of Swords, what you don't see coming from the bottom of the deck, the Page of Cups, and your advice is the Three of Swords. So, Gemini, this week you have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is somebody who is a lover. This talks about deep emotions for someone. Someone who either you are like a solid rock for or vice versa. It is kind of somebody who you find to be the calm within the storm, or you're that for somebody else. In the recent past, you have the Four of Cups. This talks about disappointment, a little bit of disappointment somewhere. It can talk about feeling rejected or ignored, given the cold shoulder a little bit. This is somebody who is emotionally unavailable. I don't know if this is you or somebody else, but like I said, we're going to clarify everything. In your current situation, you have the Queen of Swords. You're looking for clarity on something. Queen of Swords doesn't mince words. She gets straight to the point. They get straight to the point. Gender doesn't matter here. Yeah, it could be a little bit of like sharp communication, we'll say. In the immediate future, you have the King of Pentacles. There's a lot of people here. You have two kings, a queen, and a page. in the immediate future, the King of Pentacles is talking about your stability, your security, how you care for yourself financially in the material world. The person in your energy has the Seven of Swords. This talks about trust. There could be a trust issue here with someone. There could be someone who feels like they are being taken advantage of. It could be you or it could be this person. Yeah, we'll get to that. As far as what you don't see coming from the bottom of the deck, you have the Page of Cups. This is an offer of love. This is somebody coming to you and saying, like, I have a crush on you. You could have a crush on somebody else. Whatever it is, it's like the very beginning stages of a relationship of some sort. It doesn't have to be romantic. Your advice is the Three of Swords. We'll get to that. So let's start with the King of Cups and clarify. The King of Cups this week is clarified with the Five of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Page of Cups. Gemini, there's been some sort of sudden ending here. This is what you're dealing with this week. You're dealing with some sort of sudden ending. You have the Tower, the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is feeling like being left out in the cold. It's feeling like you're being excluded, rejected, down on your luck in some way. And the Tower talks about things happening very quickly. It's a sudden change. It's feeling like you've had the rug ripped out from underneath you in some type of way. If that's not you, that's somebody that you're dealing with. I'm guessing this is a relationship since you have the Page and the King of Cups. And it could also be that because you start with the King and you're ending with the Page, that someone has come to you and said, like, let's slow things down. Let's take a step back. Either way, it feels very sudden to you. And it doesn't seem like it was... there was no plan here. It was like impulsive on somebody's part in some way. Let's look at the Four of Cups in the recent past. That could be why you're feeling a little emotionally unavailable here or ignored. That's clarified with the Knight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I'm kind of getting the sense here that this is someone. This is a relationship that's either in the beginning stages, or someone has said, like, can we take a step back? Can we not take things so seriously? Can we start over again? Can, something like that. There's something here about going backwards, and it wasn't something that you expected, and it's left you feeling pretty cold here. Like, I thought things were going really well. I don't understand why you would want to take a step back. The Page of Pentacles is a slow goer. This is somebody who's just in the beginning stages of like planting a foundation and planting seeds. It's the Knight of Pentacles also is the slowest knight in the deck. So I'm really getting a sense that this is somebody saying, like, let's slow things down, especially with the Ace of Cups, because that's also a new beginning in love. I wonder if because you have the King of Cups in your situation, you are feeling really deeply into something, and the other person was like, I'm not sure if I'm ready for that at the moment. Reverse the roles if it fits. Let's take a look at the current situation, the Queen of Swords. This could be you just saying, like, look, here's my truth. That's not what I want. Or that could be somebody coming to you and saying, vice versa. That's not what I want. You have the King of Swords, you have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the King of Wands. Gemini. There are two kings here and one queen. Do with that what you will. There's also the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is deceptive in some way. The Seven of Swords talks about lying, sneaking around, trying to take the easy way out. I'm really getting the sense here, and don't take this if it doesn't apply, that someone has come to you or you've gone to someone else and said, look, I really like you, things are going great here, but I want to slow things down, I want to take a step back. And they've given you some reason for it, but intuitively you don't believe them. You think that their reason for that is BS. And that's what the Queen of Swords is in the current moment. It's you getting to the bottom of that. I think you kind of intuitively know that it has nothing to do with you and like wanting to slow things down with you. It's that they're investing somewhere else. And it's just an excuse. I hope that's not the case. Let's look at the King of Pentacles in the immediate future. You get Temperance, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Eight of Pentacles. I think that you are, in the immediate future, trying to change your circumstances, trying to turn this thing around in some way. I don't know if that's with somebody else or by yourself. It kind of looks like it's on your own, and here's why. Because Temperance talks about grounding yourself. Temperance is patience. It's taking the middle way. It's balancing yourself out. It's not allowing your emotions to take over. And the Eight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles talks about some, like hard work, putting in hard work. This could be distracting yourself with work, but also finding a lot of pleasure in that and a lot of solace and like internal well-being in doing that. And the Wheel of Fortune, that's just turning things around. That's making things less heavy for yourself. The Wheel of Fortune could also talk about divine timing. So, if there is a turning point here where you're approached by somebody and who says, I want to take things back a little bit, I want to slow things down a little bit, I think in the immediate future, you might say to them, that's fine, we could slow things all the way down, like to nothing. So the person in your energy has the Seven of Swords. Again, like we said already, this is deception. This is not trusting somebody. That's clarified with the Nine of Cups, the Moon, and Strength. That's Leo, Cancer, Pisces. I don't think you trust this person. Things that are hidden underneath the Moon are done so intentionally. It's an energy of someone trying to like aggressively convince you of something that is not fully true. It could be omitting something, like not necessarily telling an outright lie, but lying by omission in some way. I kind of get the feeling that it's like they're telling you like, no, everything is fine. With the 9 of Cups, everything is fine, but there's something within you that's like, everything is not fine. I'm getting mixed signals. I'm not clear. This is, you're confusing me in some way. And I think you're trying to like stay strong, and I also think that you're giving them the benefit of the doubt a lot of the time. But eventually, with strength, it's like ruling with a velvet glove. It's like gently being firm, if that makes sense. Strength is like it's being really solid, but it can also talk about like having a lot of self-control in a situation where you feel like someone outside of you is trying to control you in some way, or trying to control your narrative in some way. Let's look at the Page of Cups for what you don't see coming. You get the Star, that's Aquarius, the 2 of Cups, and the Sun. Wow. Well, that looks very different. This is an offer of a real relationship with somebody who sees your worth, sees your value, and really sees you as kind of a wish come true. This is a very the 2 of Cups is the partnership card. This is 2 people coming together and saying like, I'm yours and you're mine. Along with the Star and the Sun, that's 2 stars. The Sun's technically a star. That's wish fulfillment. That's dreams coming true. That's wishing upon a star for a good partnership with somebody who really gets you, who really understands you. And with the Page of Cups, that's something brand new. This is what you don't see coming. So here's what I'm getting, just to summarize. In the current situation, you're dealing with a sudden ending of some sort, or a sudden pullback of somebody's energy. That's happened here. And in the present moment, you are getting a sense that you're not getting the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And so in the immediate future, you kind of withdraw yourself and put yourself somewhere else where you feel valued, like work, like a hobby, like something that gives you a lot of satisfaction for yourself. And that's where your focus is going to be. And as soon as that happens, boom, this new relationship that's like very positive and very uplifting and very bright and super warm and radiant is coming straight in. And that's why your advice is the 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords as advice makes no sense until it does. And what it means is allow yourself to experience a loss of some sort, because ultimately it's leading you to where you need to be. You're following your North Star here. When you follow the signs, when you're getting signs that something is wrong, you're not being given the truth in some way, when we cling to that, that's when things start going really wrong. When we start to notice the signs that this is no longer for me and we release it, that's when things start happening for us. And that's why the 3 of Swords is your advice. Release it. Let it be painful, let it hurt, and then the good stuff comes in. Yeah, you have the 6 of Swords, the Lovers. I can't make this stuff up. The Queen of Wands. This is talking about releasing something, experiencing that loss, moving on to calmer waters, moving on to something that's much better for you. And then you have the Lovers. That's a relationship that is chosen by you. That's a choice. The Lovers is when 2 people choose each other. It's not one-sided. It's not unrequited. And then the Queen of Wands, that's Sagittarius energy. That talks about being really confident in your decisions here. The Queen of Wands with the Lovers is saying, like, I know exactly what I want, and it's you. So, Gemini, that's what I have for you this week. I hope it resonated, and I'll see you next time. Bye.